Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 2540, minimum common value. This is an easy one, so this will be relatively simple. We are given two arrays, nums1 and nums2. So let's say that we are given this input. And these arrays are sorted in non-decreasing order, meaning ascending order. We have to return the minimum integer common in both arrays. If we're given this input, here the minimum number that's common in both arrays is 2, so the result is 2. Well, maybe you are thinking about going through every possible pair. For example, we can start from 1 and take the pair 1, 2. Next, we take the pair 1, 4. Next, we are here and take the pair 2, 2. Next, we take 2, 4. Next, here we take 3, 2. Next, 3, 4. And that's it in this case. Now, the problem is down here in the constraints. We can have up to 10 to the power of 5 elements. And this approach requires a nested for loop with the time complexity of big O of n squared. Here n can be up to 10 to the power of 5, and this to the power of 2 is a very large number which we can't handle. So this will throw time limit exceeded. We need to think about something else. Let's say that we are standing here. We need to check if we have a 2 in this array. And we need to do this in something better than big O of n. So how can we do this in big O of 1? Well, the trick here is that we can use a set. Why? Well, because of two reasons. One is here we avoid duplicate values. If we have this scenario, for example, we only have 1, 2 in the set. And the other one is we can do lookups in big O of 1 time complexity. So when we are standing here and we are using this as a set, we can check if we have a 2 in big O of 1. So first we can transform these two arrays into two sets. And then we can go through the indices of one of the sets. Let's take nums1. So we start here. We are checking if we have a 1 in this set. Even that we don't, we continue. Next we are here, so we check if we have a 2 in this set in big O of 1 time complexity. Even that we have a 2 here, the result up to this moment is 2. Next we are here, so we check if we have a 3 in this set. Given that we don't, we continue. Now we are out of bounds, so the result is 2. And by doing this, we solve the problem in overall big O of n plus m time complexity. Why? Well, because first we transform these two arrays into sets. This requires big O of n plus m, and then we go through the indices of one of the sets. So this is overall big O of n plus m time, and space complexity is the same because of the size for these two sets. So with this in mind, let's go with the code. First, we can say that the result is positive infinity because we're looking for the minimum possible number. Now we can transform the arrays into sets. So nums1 is a set from nums1 and nums2 is a set from nums2. And now we can say for every value in nums1, we check if we have the value in num2. So if x in num2, in this case we can say that the result is the minimum between what we already have in the result and x. And now we can return the result, but this might be positive infinity, in which case we don't have a valid intersection, so we have to return -1 instead. So we return result if the result is different from positive infinity, else -1. So this is the entire code. Let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's efficient enough. And we can replace this with two lines. We can say that the result is an intersection between the two sets. So we transform nums1 into a set, we transform nums2 into another set, and we get the intersection like this in Python. And now we can return the minimum number in this intersection if we have an intersection, meaning if this is not empty, else we return -1. So this should work also. Let's submit it. As you can see, this also works and it's basically the same. And you could avoid using sets. You can solve this in big O of 1 space, but I think that this solution is overall the most intuitive. So if you found this useful, Please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.